space.
Said everything's a go.
It's a go.
All right. Dysfunctional Family Podcast, episode 49, first and only take. Action.
All right.
What up, though? Listen, it feels good to be back, and I know we did release an episode last episode
2 weeks ago.
But when I say good to be back, I got, last episode was Father's Day weekend, and I had to do that dolo. I got my... I'm going to cry.
Guy is thorough.
I got my partner back. Ooh, listen.
Did you miss me?
Did you miss me? I was on an island by myself. Let me tell you something.
But that episode was necessary. It was...
I appreciate that.
Heavy.
Shout out to the fathers. Fathers, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Even women.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, it was good. It was good, man.
Listen, I was on an island by myself. I'm like, I ain't got nobody to bounce jokes off of. I ain't got nobody to talk to. Amanda, where are you?
Your girl is back.
Well, before we get to the episode, we're going to shout out our sponsors. You already know the vibes. Every episode is brought to you by Frida Souls Clothing. That's a fact. Liberated luxury. Best clothes in the game. We also have our sponsor, Rest by Lynn.
Oh, yes.
Always sponsoring the episodes. You know the vibes.
Styles by Simone.
Styles by Simone on Instagram. You feel me? If you need your hair done, you in the New York area, tri-state area, go see Styles by Simone. You know what I mean? She ain't do that, but she still hooked you up. And a couple people I'm about to shout out. They're not sponsors. Is that okay with you? Can I get 45 seconds? They're not sponsors, but they're people I want to shout out. Is that cool?
3, 4. You eating at 45 seconds.
But if you count in
that
my
means
ear.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Silent. All right. Shout out to my boy Derek Johns. He is the owner and founder of Healthy Marriage is Dope. HMID. Made this fire shirt that Amanda's wearing.
Yeah. My children will be better because of me.
He is also podcaster extraordinaire. The Dear Son podcast. If you've never checked it out, Derek Johns and his team are doing an amazing job. Absolutely. They made these shirts. Yeah. They also made my socks, but I'm not going to
put it up. Hold on.
Put my socks up. The Healthy Marriage.
Your foot.
I don't know if I lotion my legs, and I got shorts on. So you know what?
Shorts and
they also got dope socks. So I'm a knot.
Yeah, Healthy Marriage is dope. Man.
Healthy Marriage is dope. Shout out to Derek Johns and everything that he's doing in the Dear Son podcast. We also got my boy. This is my boy all the way back from elementary. My boy Johnny Nelson.
Oh yes.
Shout out to John L. Jameson, man. He styled so many people. I don't even want to go down the list.
Met Gala to magazines.
Come on.
He's out here making an impact.
Out here making an impact.
Black impact.
Black impact. The earrings Amanda is wearing.
I can't see him. Let me push this to the
from
side.
From Johnny Nelson Jewelry.
The Black Power.
You already know the vibe. Black Power earrings. I also got the what's this? I think it's the 18 karat gold.
He rich. Mana.
This the Marcus Garvey ring that he made. Listen, he got Malcolm X. He got Sojourner Truth.
He got the
4-finger joint.
It's incredible.
Man, his work is just dope. His work is just dope. You feel me? So shout out to Johnny Nelson Jewelry. You feel me? Holla at me.
Make him say,
Make him say, Nah.
All right, we got to get into the episode.
All right.
They told us we only got 8 hours.
All right,
so.
yeah. My cameraman only got 8 hours worth of footage for this time. All right, so here we go. Listen, today, I think this, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how emotional I will get, but I know this may potentially be an emotional episode for Amanda. Those that do not know, a couple weeks ago, Amanda recently lost her father-in-law, my dog, Leroy Collins. Rest in peace. And I didn't want to originally do this, but Amanda and I have a lot of transitions going on in our lives right now. Not just with the death of her dad, but there's also some other transitions that we're making soon and very soon, we'll actually be moving to Atlanta, New Jersey. I mean, look, see how much
Atlanta, New Jersey.
You see how much
really
I don't want to
crazy.
leave where we at that I forgot.
I don't want to leave.
That's crazy. We'll be leaving Princeton, New Jersey, moving down to Atlanta, Georgia. So it's just a lot of transitions, and we decided we wanted to talk about transitions. One thing I want to say is that's one of the reasons the last episode was shot dolo and solo.
Yeah.
I wanted to give Amanda some time to grieve and take some time for herself. And since it was Father's Day, I just felt that would be too emotional.
The wound was still fresh. It's
still fresh. It's still very fresh. But yeah, we wanted to talk about transitions because one of the things we realized is as a couple, there are tons of transitions that you're going to go through together. Mm-hmm. Some of those transitions are good. Some of those transitions are not so good. But you got to be ready for all the transitions. Jump in.
Yeah.
Who did I forget?
We have a special guest with us today that y'all can't.
Well, you want me to handle it?
You can handle it.
You want me to handle this? All right, so here we go. Listen. Especially I know y'all listening on all streaming platforms. I know y'all listening on YouTube and watching on YouTube. But I know y'all got TikTok, Facebook, all that. But this is a very Instagram-specific shout-out. Listen, we just passed a threshold where we are able to accept subscribers on our Instagram page.
Subscribership.
As a subscriber, you get access to like extremely exclusive content. You get free merch from us, like free merch.
Right. You ain't paying for shipping, nothing. Just send us your size and address, and it's all yours.
And we shooting. I mean, we only charging $2.99 a month.
That's it.
So today, I'm not gonna bring her on camera, but I'm gonna have to just make some noise in the back, like a whoa, 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 with your hands clap. One of our subscribers is actually in the building live. This is the kind of access you get for just
$2.99.
$2.99 a month, dog. She's
free
like
clothes.
She's
here.
in studio.
Like, I'm looking at her right now.
She's been watching behind the scenes.
She been here at the setup.
We eating lunch together.
That's right. She got.
So shout out to our subscribers. Make some noise in the back, man. Make some noise. Let me get an applause. Let me get an applause. So if you want to become a part of our subscriber community on Instagram and access to exclusive Instagram content,
hit that subscribe button.
These the kind of perks you
$2.99.
get.
Y'all get one-on-one sessions
you get the rubber elbows with us. Talk spicy. You know what I'm saying? Rub that elbow.
Hold on. I won't get ashy.
All right, cool.
Go. I want to go lay down.
All right. Speaking of go lay down, this episode is also brought to you by Rest by Lynn. Listen, I'm right now holding one of the most comfortable pillows I have ever laid my head on. Ever. And I'm not saying this because this is a partnership. It's actually a partnership because I believe this is one of the most comfortable pillows I've ever laid on. Listen, hit up restbylynn.com. She's offering y'all a special discount only because y'all rocking with Dysfunctional Family. So go to restbylynn.com for all of your pillows. I'm talking
She got
pillows.
Neck pillows.
Yeah, neck pillows for when you fly in. Couch pillows.
She got floor pillows.
Floor pillows.
If you want to go on a picnic, the oversized jumbo joint.
I mean, all the pillows
galore.
Y'all go to restbylynn.com. She has a special code just for you for tuning in. TFF15. All right?
15.
That stands for Dysfunctional Family. So TFF15, and you're gonna get 15% off any of your orders. All right? I'm telling you, go. This is some of the best pillows you'll ever get. And they beautiful too.
Beautiful. So many different Kente fabric.
It's just beautiful. All right. Rest by Lynn. All right, but back to this episode. Okay, I feel like this is the longest intro we ever had.
Probably not, because we be always acting up. But I want to take this time to thank you guys for all of the comments, all of the DMs that y'all sent, just all of the outpour of love that you guys have shown over the past few weeks, the condolences, the prayers, the thoughts, all of that. I deeply appreciate it. And I thank y'all so much for just showing me love, showing my family love. Many of you I don't know, never met, probably never will meet, but I just appreciate the support and the words of love and comfort that you guys have so graciously bestowed. And it has really strengthened me during this time of grief. one of the questions that I think I've gotten the most over the past few weeks is, how are you doing? Like, hey, how are you? And it's like, my dad died. I'm not okay. You know what I mean? But I think death is one of those things where people don't really know how to show up for
It's
you.
tough. Yeah.
You don't know what to say. Like, and this is something I, I'm guilty of as well. And it's not that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just how you show care. Even though you know the person is not okay, you just kind of, it's your way of checking in with them. Hey, how you doing? Not good, but thank you for texting.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So I even appreciate that kind of reaching out.
Yeah.
I've been, this is my first big loss. I've had family members and friends of family pass away before, but this is my first big loss, like the closest loss that I've encountered so far, or experienced rather. And I'm just grateful that I have had an opportunity to manage my grief based on your past grieving experiences. And, not that I'm grateful people died in your life, but grateful that
dealt with it a lot.
Yeah,
more
you've
frequently
managed
from
it.
close people. Yeah.
Absolutely. You've managed your grief in a way that has, all things work together. I think God is just wise. And this is my dad. You haven't lost a parent yet, and God willing, we won't lose one of your parents for some time. But I'm just grateful that I've been able to manage my grief in a way that has been healthy, based on watching how you've handled your past losses.
I didn't even know.
But losing my dad did spark a convo with us around the idea that grief is not just about death. You know what I mean? There are so many different ways that we grieve as people and as a couple. And as you mentioned a little while ago, there are a lot of transitions happening for us right now. And part of that transitional period is grief. We're grieving, losing parts of our life and comfort and ways of being that we won't have anymore. So we're grieving leaving the life that we've built in New Jersey to create a new life in Georgia. So yeah, it just really, we've been talking about this a lot, and with all the transitions that are happening, how are we managing our grief individually, as a couple, and as parents? Because our children are grieving also, you know what I mean? Yaya coming home from school, crying, like, her last day of school, she walked in the door and she's like, I was like, how was your day? What'd you guys do? Did you have a party? I'm gonna miss all of my friends. And it's like, we're dealing with it and we're trying to be strong for them, but they're also dealing with it.
Yeah.
So.
And they deal with it in different ways.
Absolutely.
I think Yaya was a lot more transparent when she got home. It was evidence. Like, her countenance was clearly sad. It was like,
she didn't cry right away. It was just like,
and we were like, what is wrong with you?
Somebody messing with you on a bus? Like, we need to go back outside.
Right. And she was just like, I'm going to miss my friends. And then she just let it out. Whereas, I don't know if you noticed, but the other day, I detected Zara was grieving, but it was a much different way. So because we're transitioning and moving to ATL, we're packing up a lot of things. We're giving away toys. And there was this toy that Zara didn't want to give up. But the toy is like for a 3-year-old. Zara's 6.
Mind you,
right? So
she's never opened it. Like,
she's never opened it. It's like
package.
Fresh, fully packed, right? And as man and I, like, we weren't like screaming or talking hard on her, but it was just like stern, like, we're getting rid of this toy. And then like maybe 20 minutes later, I detected, oh no, the toy means something else.
Yeah, it's a symbol for something
the toy
bigger.
is more like, she's not like her sister where she's just going to come out and say, I'm going to miss what we built. She's like, oh, I'm feeling something, but I don't really know how to articulate it. So it's showing up in different things. So once I noticed that the toy was really about something else, I actually sat her on my lap, pick her up. I sat her on my lap. And the minute I started talking about, I started apologizing as a dad. I'm like, baby, I know we're moving because daddy has a new job. That's the reason we're going down to Atlanta. It's going to be different. The minute I said that, the tears start flowing down her face. So I was like,
that's what it is.
This is not about the toy. This is not about the toy. The toy is a reflection of a season she wants to hold on to. Right? And though she's never played with it, never opened it up, that toy is her friends in the apartments nearby. That toy is the yard she used to running around in. That toy is the school that she go. That toy, it's standing as a symbolism for a lot of other things. And even our conversations recently, you've been like I'll be like, oh my gosh, look how tall the girls get. You know, the summertime, you start sitting with the kids, you start realizing how big they're getting because like
up to my chest.
it's happening right in front of your face. You're like, dang, your voice changing. You know what I mean? And I make jokes sometimes. I'm like, wow, next thing I know, we gonna be seeing you off to college. And man, her face be just like that. Man, because man, it's like, it's a season. It's like, hey, they need us in a certain way from ages like 2 to 5. But once it gets to like 6 to 10, it's like, they need us in a different way. So now we got to like.
They're less dependent on us.
Yeah. So it's like, how do we, exactly. That's exactly it. Because they're less dependent in a certain way, we as parents have to pivot into how do we still maintain value in their lives. Y'all might have just heard a knock at the door while I'm saying something heavy right now.
Right,
I'm not going to hold you. We ordered some DoorDash, and I probably picked a really bad time to order it. So I'm going to just get the door right quick.
Hold on, y'all. Should I keep going or should we just...
Keep going. Why not? I'm going to grab the food.
Okay, hurry up because I don't have that much to say.
All right, got you.
Okay, so yeah, we're... Oh, okay. Right. Hurry up. All right, so...
the light is in front of the door. All right, hold on.
Okay, so we are, what he said, grieving. Our kids are, you got the food?
He left it on the door, so we're going to finish this episode.
No, but it's going to get cold.
Yeah, but the light's in the way. I would have to move the light. It'll mess up all of our lighting. And we're just going to do that.
All right, let's hurry up.
We're going to do that later. We don't have to hurry up. We're going to do it right.
Said we're good?
We're good.
No, they said move the light.
We'll be right back.
Listen, y'all getting behind this. This is the kind of behind the scenes stuff. Go to Instagram right now. Hit the subscribe button. $2.99. Usually we would edit this out, but this is kind of promo, I guess. Y'all hit the subscribe button. You can see us get DoorDash. We might treat you to DoorDash if you pull up. $2.99 a month. So yes, our children are grieving. The bags are loud. I don't know if y'all can hear them. I'm trying to move on. Oh, it's like 4 bags.
Yeah. We ordered for the whole crew.
Pull up to Atlanta. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of food. Right.
I'm back, y'all.
Our kids are grieving. And I think one thing that I did do, though, with Zara, as Dashawn tried to comfort her, I also tried to reinforce the idea that we know that it's difficult for her to let go of the toys and such. But then also, I wanted to make sure she didn't feel like she was the only one grieving. So I made it very clear, hey, Yaya has to give away some toys, too. Mommy has to give away some stuff that I really like.
A whole job? Like you literally had to quit your job?
I had to quit my job. Yeah, that.
Right,
that part.
And you were making like great impact there with the school you were working at.
I made incredible impact. It was so beautiful to see the way the kids responded. Hey, Miss Robinson, you're going to Georgia? Can I have your email? Can I have your phone? You can't have my phone number. Here's my email.
Who asked for your phone number?
My female students.
Oh, hi.
God. So I really wanted to
fast. They fast little boys.
This is Princeton. Ain't really much speed happening here.
Listen, boys is boys.
Okay, can I make my point?
You ain't got to be a hood boy to like a good-looking teacher.
You know me?
Yes, sir. I actually wasn't done with my point, but you can finish that, and then I'll pivot back. Yeah.
Exactly what's gonna happen.
Well, so I'll spin the block.
I wanted to make sure she didn't feel isolated in her grief.
Yeah.
And I had to, reinforce the idea that you're not the only one giving things up. Not to water down what she was feeling, but just so that she felt there was a community. Like us as a family, we're all giving things up. So it's hard for all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not the only one making sacrifices. I don't want you to feel like bullied or like we're punishing you in some kind of way. Mommy, daddy, Yaya, we're all giving things up.
Right.
And it'll be great.
Right. Do you remember what I was saying?
You sat her on your lap.
Nah, I was past that.
He was past that? What he said?
I don't remember. It's all good. I feel like I was about to drop a nugget too. Dang. We'll get back to it.
Yeah,
we'll get back to it. It'll come back because it's God's words. It's going to come back. But what I did want to say was in the midst of this process, right, like, I think the reason we found this, and though this is like deeply personal, I think the reason we found this to be a significant topic to discuss on our Godcast, yeah, like that? Godcast or podcast. Take your pick, whatever one you like. I got to copyright those so people don't steal it. All right. Sorry. Focus, Dashawn. Focus. The reason we thought that this would be valuable to share with y'all as our audience is this. I think a lot of times when it comes to marriages, we typically look at a relationship, especially a marriage, as you hear this language like it's the start of a new journey. But a marriage is really the start of many new journeys. Like, without us being married, it's like unlikely we're living in Princeton, New Jersey. It's unlikely we're moving to Atlanta, Georgia. Like maybe those things happen, but who knows? I think a lot of things about us being together sort of propels us into those spaces. Right. So I think when you look at a relationship, you have to understand that it's not just one journey that you're about to begin. You're starting a journey that has a lot of little baby journeys.
Baby journeys.
You have baby journeys. And grief.
Oh, baby journey.
Oh, yeah. Our cameraman's daughter name is Journey. We said baby journeys. That's fire. See how God just put that thing together? That's why this is a Godcast. Okay, it's a Godcast. All right. Not a podcast. It's a Godcast. All right. But no.
I need to eat.
Focus. This is about our people, our audience.
Sorry.
But grief encompasses letting go of older versions of many things. It's not just people passing and transitioning in the physical realm. Grief has a lot to do with understanding that y'all may not live the same place all your life.
Yeah.
What does it look like to get adjusted to new couples, new friends, new schools, right? New jobs, new circles of people come into your life. That's another thing. We underestimate how many new relationships end up being built when one new journey starts.
Yeah.
Right? So like the circle of people that are our close friends right now as our neighbors and that live nearby in Princeton, it's like, hey, these weren't people that were in our lives 4 years ago.
3, because
Right? But like, think about our lives without these people. It's like,
can't imagine it.
Nah, this the homie. You know what I mean? So it's like, what I want to say is that even though grief encompasses letting go of older versions of many other things, concomitant with that or associated with that.
Thank you for the synonym.
Oh, no problem. But you're the English major. I thought you got your words right. Associated with that is the start of other new journeys. And while it may hurt, my therapist said this to me the other day. She said, when you're in the airport heading to Atlanta, no matter what you have to let go, even if you have to cry moving forward.
Cry moving forward.
So it's like, don't let
hold on a minute now.
I'm sorry.
Cry moving forward.
That's what she said to me.
So good, man.
She said, cry moving forward. She said, don't let tears be an indicator that you should turn back. Tears are not an indicator that you should turn back. It's an indicator that you're leaving something that was valuable to you. But it doesn't mean it's
valuable in the next season.
It may not be valuable in the next season.
That's so good.
Right? Tears are watch this. Some seasons, God, I'm getting emotional. Some seasons are like bridges. Some seasons are like vehicles. Vehicles are moving.
I'm sorry.
Bridges are stationary. What happened?
I can't hear the word vehicle because I automatically think
my wife gets vehicle. I'm serious right now.
I'm trying to be.
All right.
Let's say like modes of transportation or something.
Some seasons are modes of transportation and then other things are bridges. Bridges help you get there, but they don't move with you. They stay right there.
Sorry if that was loud. That's so good.
Bridges help you get there, but they don't move with you. The vehicle helps get you there.
Yeah.
Right? So there are some past seasons that they helped because we had to cross them, but they were bridges. They don't move with us.
They just help you get to the next
They just help us get there. While there are other seasons that are vehicles where it's like, I'm in it and it's moving with me. You know what I'm saying? So
like you need it to carry.
You need it, right? And it's with you when you go. So whereas the bridge doesn't go with you, but it does help you.
There,
And I think there are certain things in our lives, certain people in our lives that were bridges because they helped us get there, but they didn't go with us. Right? There are certain, and not just people, things.
Yeah, like Zara's toy.
Right, Zara's toy is the bridge, right? It brought her enjoyment, but it ain't going with us. Sorry, Zara, if you watch this.
She ain't play with it.
She never played with it.
The idea of having a new toy brought her, joy, but.
But I say all that to say, like, grief encompasses letting go of some older stuff.
Yeah.
And understand that when you're in a relationship, a marriage in particular, grief is not just about losing people. You'll have many things you grieve over.
For sure. Because being in a marriage is really doing life with a person.
Absolutely.
As you mentioned, we probably wouldn't be in New Jersey, either one of us, if we weren't married.
Yeah, you the one that told me I should come here.
Yeah.
When I said I ain't going in.
And we're here, right? So it's doing life with a person and what that
Yeah.
person sees in you in order to carry you to the next place, or what that person,
That's so good.
what you see in
Can you
yourself.
unpack that a little bit? I know that's not in our notes, but can you just unpack that? Like when you say what that person sees in you.
I mean, specifically to our context of moving here from Brooklyn to Princeton, you wanted to go back to school. You had your reservations about it. You know, I'm gonna be making more money. I just signed my contract for
Yeah.
this new.
Just got the bag from my
Just
old
got the
job.
bag. Now you're taking a loss on money. We're taking a loss on being further away from family. But because I knew that passion was in you and you had sacrificed so much previously, putting off, delaying it, it's like, you want this. What are we waiting for? Let's do it. You know what I mean? So it's just seeing.
I think it's even deeper than that. I'm gonna cut you off, but even before you land, hold on. Before you land your point, don't land the plane because it's even deeper than that. What I went back to school for is not anything I wanted to go back to school for. So I think that's what you got to keep in mind. My reservation was like, I don't think I want to go back to school for this, but I keep having these dreams about being in school for this thing. And it was you that saw in me like
the passion, like the deep passion.
Like this type of stuff don't just happen. Yeah.
Like knowing your person enough that even when they're questioning their own motives, questioning their own passions,
So
that
good.
you can pull that out of them and push them forward to really, all right, you may not find work in this field, but let's at least see what's going to happen.
Oof.
Let's at least let's follow through and see what happens. You know what I mean? So, doing life with a person and having someone with you, a partner with you that can see things in you that you may not see. You know, answer questions that you may not have the answer to, but they have the answer to it for you because they know you. Your person knows you. You know what I mean? And because life is filled with the unexpected, I think we have to prepare as married people and just as people in long-term relationships, prepare for how we're going to handle life's blows with our partner. For sure, we can prepare for, hey, we want to eventually in 5 years, we want to buy a house. Let's start saving some money. But you know, that's something we can prepare for. That's something expected, something we're planning for. What about the unexpected? My dad dying.
Come on.
You know what I mean? He was in a nursing home for several years, and sure, eventually it's going to happen. But when it happened, it kind of happened pretty quickly. So preparing for the unexpected, losing a job, which has happened. We've dealt with that before.
Yeah.
Losing a job unexpectedly.
Right at the top of the pandemic,
Right
you
at
lost
the
your
top of
job.
the
Like, hey, what do you mean they let you go? Hold on. Pineapples. What do you mean? Hold on.
How do we adjust to that one income household where our kids are at home and they eating all day? You know what I mean?
All day.
I've recently started very low-key gardening. So a plant dying. I planted some strawberry seeds and I don't see no buds. So what does that kill in me that I'm trying to put time and energy and care and life into something and it doesn't blossom?
Yeah.
You know, and not just a plant, but just anything that you're going after and it doesn't blossom. Our children going up, my God, I need my son because our children are older now.
Hey. You ain't just going to drop that, I need my son.
But grieving the growth of our children, and our youngest turned 7 this year, and we don't have babies anymore. They're really independent.
That don't mean you just pop a baby in our lives.
I'm trying to finish up. We've raised them to be pretty independent and self-sufficient even at this young age where they're 6 and 8 now, but they're pretty mature, responsible children. So, you know, being in a marriage is really about preparing not just for the expected, but preparing for the unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, that's spot on. I think there are things that we are told. There are parts of being in long-term relationships. We see it on social media. We hear it on 1,000 different podcasts. We see it. Preachers talk about it. Speakers, leaders, workshops about it. There are things about being in a long-term relationship that people tell you to expect.
For sure.
But there are so many things that they don't tell you to expect that you can't expect.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like the unexpected, we don't hold space for it, which is why it rocks us so much. When it's like, it could even be a good thing, but it can still rock us because it's like, whoa, it shifts everything. It shifts everything. And I hope this doesn't come off like insensitive using this analogy. Shout out to the women out there, the sisters. I love y'all for what y'all do. Obviously, y'all are more than just birthing babies, but I'm just going to use this analogy for the sake of what I'm talking about. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and we were talking about like when you know something big is about to happen in your life, and it's like how you almost can't sleep at night. And the first thing I thought about he was like, yeah, I just can't sleep. I just keep thinking about this, keep thinking about that. And the first thing I thought about was like, yo, when we were pregnant, when you were pregnant, people say we were pregnant, but you was holding the baby. You were the host.
Right.
When you
baby.
were first pregnant with Yaya, I remember how uncomfortable your sleeping became because you were a stomach sleeper. You are a stomach sleeper. So it's like, as the baby gets bigger, you can't sleep at night as easily because something's coming. And as what's coming grows, it's harder to sleep, right? And I think sometimes in our lives, transitions happen, and it's like we up at night trying to figure stuff out because something is about to shift everything, and I almost can't sleep because of
you waiting for it to come.
because you're waiting for a transition. You're waiting for something to shift. But even in that shift, there are certain things you just can't expect. Certain financial downturns you can't expect. Certain death, for an example, we can't expect. But I think what we want to say is, though you can't expect it, and some of these things are going to hurt you when they come, no matter what, we want to be the couple that says there are unexpected elements about being in a long-term relationship that you need to begin preparing your mind for. I don't mean this in the way that like you should walk pessimistically, always thinking about something negative that can happen. But I do mean you should prepare your hearts, ready your hearts to be a host and to be hospitable for your spouse when these negative things happen. I wasn't expecting my wife's father to die, but I haven't been preparing for her when her father passed. I've been becoming a better lover before her father passed. So now when it happens, there's capacity for what we didn't expect. When financial things happen, this is why the Bible says in Proverbs that the ant stores up out of season. When they have a bunch of stuff, when there's a bunch of food, they're storing it up so that when the winter comes and they can't get access to the food, they have something, right? We can't expect somebody to lose their job, but you can prepare for the possibility that your child is going to need an operation that insurance won't cover, that your spouse is going to have a loss of a job, that you're going to need some extra money to sustain for some time. I guess what I'm saying is, man and I want to add value in this way. Prepare for the unexpected, because a marriage or a long-term relationship is not about a journey. It's about many new journeys.
The journey of journeys.
The journey of journeys. And one last thing you said that I just wanted to speak to. It's not our closing point, but if you give me some space to say this, you said something about like sometimes your spouse or your partner can see things in you that you don't see. And it's so interesting because the Bible says that that we become one flesh. So it's almost like every time you see your spouse, they're a mirror of you. But I don't know I got something in my teeth if I'm looking straight. But if there's a mirror in front of me, I do know I have something in my teeth. Notice that there's something wrong with me until I'm looking at me in a reflection.
I love it.
So your spouse is sometimes a reflection of you. When they're angry all the time, question what you're doing.
Yeah, what are you triggering?
Or what are you like giving off? Or what are you not hospitable about sometimes? When they're sad a lot, why? What am I giving off? Because they're a mirror of your energy. They're a mirror of your of your output. So I just thought that was powerful, and I don't know if you realize how powerful it was when you said it. So I just wanted to name that. But yeah, y'all pray for us in this transition as Amanda continues to grieve her sisters, her mom, her dad's siblings, me and Amanda, our children losing their granddad, but also with the good stuff that's coming, the scary good stuff. Moving to a new state. You know, we got a couple more episodes we're going to shoot before we get out of here. We still in the packing phase and the transition phase, but...
Got 3 boxes packed, and one of those boxes is Dashawn's costumes.
Hey.
So we making progress.
Can we clarify what you mean by costumes? Costumes sound
no,
wild.
Halloween costume.
Costumes sound wild, bro.
It's a Black Panther costume, the Black Panther.
Black Panther and a Woody from Toy Story. I'm not a big costume dresser, but...
He keeping them in the tuck just in case.
Just in case. You never know you got to dress up.
You already got a costume. You don't have to...
Yeah, you had to clarify. I was like, you got a box of costumes? What y'all got? What in the... No, let me stop. All right, listen.
I don't even want to...
Just leave it alone, man.
Let's just move.
Walk away.
You did it!
Transition.
All right, we're transitioning to this or that.
All right.
Aggravating me.
Transition. All right, here we go. This or that. Let me do the first one.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me. Ooh, got a piece right here.
Would you rather never have had an opportunity to go to school or never have an opportunity to work?
Okay, got my answer. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Never
Never
go
had
to
an
school.
opportunity to work. I think that's the man in me coming out right now.
I think there are ways to learn without having to go to like traditional schooling, like read books, listen to trusted sources on like YouTube, and you know what I mean. Like
Absolutely.
there are other ways to obtain knowledge and information than like traditional schooling methods. So,
Agreed.
not going to work is just like, I mean, not yeah. I'd rather work and not go to school and just get the information elsewhere.
So you rather have...
Never go to school.
Oh, I answered it backwards.
So you rather never go to school too?
Never have had an opportunity to go to school. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I answered it backwards.
Same reasoning, same logic.
No, I just think the place that I'm working now, I value it deeply because it's more than just a job, and I think it's doing something to me as a man and spiritually. And if I never had an opportunity to work, I can't work there.
Okay.
But then again, if I never had an opportunity to go to
You
school,
wouldn't have
I got the
this
job through an internship of my grad school. Ooh. See? The conundrum. I'm going to leave it as a conundrum. Go ahead. You ask the next question.
Would you rather never have enough sleep or never have enough food? 3, 2, 1. Never have enough. Why you not answering?
Because I don't need to answer that.
But they don't
Never have had enough sleep.
Yeah, I need to eat cookies. Probably right now after we finish.
We got to eat this food.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
waiting on
it's-
us. Now, a
Right.
DoorDash interruption during a pod is crazy. That's crazy. Like, why would I order
3 bags of food is nuts.
Yo.
Never have enough.
Shout out to DoorDash. Yo, if
we
y'all
trying to get a
ever see this,
sponsorship?
I'm going to tag y'all. Because, listen, if y'all ever
DoorDash.
need a
Hey, Big Head.
sponsorship, hey, Big Head,
Big
we
Head.
sometimes order. You know what I'm saying? We got a thriving podcast community.
Growing exponentially.
You know what I'm
making
saying?
immeasurable impact.
You know what I'm saying? If you ever
Sponsor
need
us.
us to shoot a commercial for you, DoorDash, we here.
Hey.
We gonna order from y'all every time we shoot our episodes. You feel me? All right, say less. I'll let us DoorDash call. Hey, call Tyrone.
I be trying to be serious, but y'all play too much. Last question.
Me, I'm Tyrone. Even though if not Tyrone, call me.
Who you want to call you? Oh, DoorDash. sponsor.
DoorDash, bro. I'm trying to get a
Like, okay.
sponsorship.
All
All
right,
right, here we go.
because I'm hungry.
DoorDash is waiting. All right.
My honey truffle
Would
chicken
you-
with mashed potatoes and asparagus is waiting.
Would you rather?
Just so they know, like, we really ordered. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want them to think, like, we just staged some knock with some bags. Like,
Hey, we ain't gotta do all that over
all right,
explaining.
hurry up.
All right, here we go. Last question for this or that. Here we go. Would you rather never go on a date with me or never go on vacation with me?
It's easy.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Never go on
a date.
vacation.
What? I don't like that. A vacation is a long date, so we out.
And dates are a lot more affordable, so they can happen more frequently.
Nah, you better get to this bag. Make these vacations more frequent.
Or you need to spend more time with me and go on dates more often.
I'm in a PhD program. I ain't got much wiggle room. I'm trying to get flued out. Fly me out.
Listen,
Some glad morning.
we could go on a date to somewhere you're not used to. That's like a mini vacation. See, here's the deal. I could still travel and it not be with you.
I'll fly away.
Know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Hezekiah. Some glad.
Why are you singing through my explanation?
Because I'm trying to get flued out.
You act like it's real. We still gonna go on vacations and
Jesus
dates.
is real. I know.
Why are you on a gospel rant right now? What is going on?
Listen.
All right, DoorDash is waiting.
Honey truffle
love
chicken.
y'all.
Bye. See y'all next time.
Yo,
All right.
we gonna see y'all next time. Next episode we drop of this Godcast.
Okay, please.
It's a monumental episode.
All right, we'll do
But
something.
this is 49,
something
right?
Special. Yes, we'll do.
We'll
something.
see y'all at
Okay,
50.
well, let's.
Bicentennial, baby.
That's years though, ain't that? Or it's just like a representation.
I don't know, but I
See
just
y'all
know
for episode 50. Bye. I'm hungry.
Episode 50 is next. Y'all ready?
All right, bye.
Go, shawty.
Come on, cut the
We
just.
go.
I'm getting this food.
Go to God here. Hey, you know we never really get. It's not your birthday for me. You know. I don't know.
What's this?
You just gonna open the food while we still shooting?
I told him to stop recording. So,
Cut the camera off.
oh, who's French fries?
Cut the camera off.
Oh shoot! Wait, no.